30 years in leadership. He has been so successful in making so much money for so many different companies, but also just leading. He's a true servant leader, and now he's being able to take that same skill set into the entrepreneurial space. And that's what this podcast is all about. It's not about us coming together to have you follow me. No, it's about leadership, true leadership, self-leadership. That's what we focus on, because we believe that before you can lead others, you must first learn how to lead yourself. So that's why on this podcast we focus on self-leadership. So episode 25, you want to go back and check that out with Mr. Rodney Lawson. And then also the last one to tell you, for all you people in the beauty industry, in the esthetician space, right? My great friend and my sister, Brenda, on episode 24, she absolutely crushed that episode when she talked about exactly what you need to do to lead yourself in the beauty industry. We all know that the beauty industry is very, very fickle. Sometimes it's challenging, sometimes it's up and down, but she has her story on how she got started over the last 20 years and has been able to lead herself through trials, tribulations, but also through being able to the changing times in the beauty industry, because especially when COVID came out, can you imagine all the massage parlors, all the barbershops, everything just shut down. And so she showed you how she was able to survive through that time, and how she's been successful in that beauty space as an esthetician. But also she also revealed a secret that she's coming out with a brand new book. So go back and check out episode 24 with my great friend and host and my sister. I've been knowing her for a long time, Brenda Goebel Denisovich. So check out episode 24. Continue to tune in and tap into the It's Time to Lead podcast, where leaders come together to grow and get better. On today's episode, I wanted to share with you an amazing talk about keeping a positive winning attitude. And this talk came from an event that my wife and I went all the way down to Louisiana, and we actually had a chance to be able to speak to some entrepreneurs. My wife actually spoke on business and how to set the foundations of your business, how every business needs to have a foundation. So I'm going to play a clip from that, and I'm also going to play a clip from my talk, how to keep a positive winning attitude. I mean, we just had the place rocking. We met some amazing entrepreneurs down there at that event, and we want to give a special shout out to Ariel and her husband Paul. They're also family members too, so they allowed us to come down and speak, and we appreciated them. And so go ahead and check out these clips of my wife Iona as she talks about how to be able to set up your business foundations, and also check out your boy over here when I talk about having a positive winning attitude. Up next on the It's Time to Lead podcast.
Iona Denise Fitzgerald on business strategy. This is my cousin, who I've always looked up to my whole life. I've studied her, even studying her purse. Right? So there's a story there. She told me a story. I used to babysit. And she used to dig through my purse. She always wanted to dress up and do things that I did. So first of all, I want to say thank you, Ariel, for inviting me and my husband. I am so excited to be here, and wow, I'm just amazed. It's so good. It's like I told everybody who I've been talking to, it's like Facebook comes to life, because we see each other on Facebook, but it's like so good to see everybody in the room. But so first, let me just ask, who's been in business for 5 years or more? Good stuff, and you too. And what about who just recently started a business, or maybe within the last 2 years? All right, good stuff. And what about, let me see a show of hands of those who are thinking about starting a business. You haven't done it yet, but you have an idea. All right, very good. Well, I want to congratulate you all, because you are in a very unique group of individuals. Because that means you love to serve people and you want to solve a whole lot of problems, right? So give yourselves a hand. So first of all, let me just say that, as I share with you today, you're going to really understand why I'm so excited about entrepreneurship and why I love helping entrepreneurs. Because we are truly the backbone of, first of all, of this country, I believe, and we make the world go around. One of the things that I will say that, and I didn't say what I'm talking about just yet because I'm getting to that. But let me open up just so I will make sure I serve you guys very well here. I want to make sure I pull up every single key that I want to give to you guys today. All right, so as I share,
I just wanted to tell you that one of the biggest reasons that I am so excited is because I failed so much when I first started. I mean, I failed horribly. I probably started at least 12 different businesses over the last 15 years. And probably of those businesses, I probably failed at least 60 to 75% of the time in those businesses. And the number one reason why is because I did not lay a solid foundation. So we're going to tag team today. Latasha, we talked about a solid foundation. And, you know, it's so important to have a solid foundation, you know, in your business. And so one of those things, and I see a lot of times entrepreneurs, they start off, it's great that you have an idea, right? But, you know, as Latasha just said, you need to make sure that you research, do your research before you actually start to, you know, go get the website, you know, even get your business cards. All those things, I have it all, right? You need those things, but you need to make sure you're validating what you're actually going to put out into the world first. And so what I want to say is, I know you probably believe, you know, you would probably agree that this building that we're in right now, it has a solid foundation, right? If not, these walls will fall, this roof will fall in on us, right? So we have to make sure we're doing the same thing. And we don't, you know, really, if you just think about, anybody remember the nursery rhyme, The Three Little Pigs?
Yeah.
I know I'm not that old. Y'all gotta remember that nursery rhyme. Okay, so the Three Little Pigs. So if you remember, the first little pig, what? He built his house out of straw, right? The second little pig built his house out of sticks, right? And then the third little pig, he was smart. He built his house out of bricks, right? And as we know, the big bad wolf, he came along and he huffed and he puffed, and he did what? To the first little pig, he blew his house down. Why? Because it was made out of straw and hay. And we all know that wind will just blow that thing right down. Then he went to the second little pig's house. He huffed and he puffed, and he wasn't able to blow it down right away because, of course, sticks is a little bit stronger than hay and straw. But eventually, he blew it down. Then he went to the third little pig. So he huffed and he puffed again. And what happened? He couldn't blow it down. And he continued, but he could not do it because his foundation was solid. He decided, he was a smart little pig. He decided to make sure that it was probably built on concrete, right? And so his house did not blow down. So I want to make sure today that I equip you today to make sure that you are building your business and your idea on a solid foundation. It's so important. And, you know, for the last 10 years, I've been blessed to actually study, you know, well over 100 CEOs and successful entrepreneurs on my podcast, online and offline, and I've learned so much. I've been mentored by multi-million-dollar, you know, CEOs, and I'm currently being coached by one as well. And I'm so excited about that. And so today I want to just share with you 6 key pillars that you need to build your foundation on. And there are many more, but we only have time for 6. So, so the first one, and you'll probably hear a few things that I share that Latasha just touched on, and I feel like we're tag teaming. And I'm blessed because this is my beautiful cousin, and I've had the opportunity to actually work with her, and I've hired her as my credit repair coach, and she's helped me and my husband, as well as I've had an opportunity to help her in her business. So it's such a blessing. So pillar number 1, you need to choose a specified niche. You've heard that before, but I want to really drill this home for you. That means you need to know the exact, and I mean the exact problem that you want to solve for people, right? You have to think of yourself as a specialist, not a generalist. If you think about when you go to the doctor, right? You have a general doctor, your primary care physician. He has a lot of vast knowledge about a lot of different things and areas, but he's not an expert in one thing. So you want to specialize in one specific area because you want to set yourselves apart. You've probably heard that before, but I really have to just drive that point home. You know, one of the biggest things I see a lot of seasoned entrepreneurs do, as I mentioned before, they get the website, they get the logo done, they figure out what colors they want their brand colors to be, and all of those things are great. But you have to realize you have to start specializing. Now, if you're in the restaurant business, it's different. I'm sorry. One other thing is a lot of times I see entrepreneurs, they do a lot of different things. So they'll want to like sell all these different products, right? And so nobody really understands or knows what you really do. Like, so, okay, I think they do this. I don't know. But so they don't really know how to even refer you. You know, they can't refer you to anyone. And you could be the best kept secret.
Yeah.
But because they don't know how to refer you, because they don't really understand what you do specifically, they can't refer you. So you really need to narrow your focus. So narrow your focus. If you're in the restaurant business, let's think about, you know, Chick-fil-A. They got this down to a science, y'all. I think you all know this. So, you know, Chick-fil-A, you know, any restaurant, you have multiple items on a menu, of course. But I like to use Chick-fil-A because they only serve chicken. They don't serve steak.
Right.
They don't serve hot dogs. They serve chicken, right? And you see they're so good. They don't even have to open up every day. They open up 6 days a week, and every time you see any Chick-fil-A, the cars are wrapped around the corner. Every single time. So that's the clue. So pick up that clue. So don't skip that. Key pillar number 2. You need to know and understand your ideal client. You've heard that before. You need to understand who they are more than they understand themselves. And I mean that. I am not kidding about that. They have to know when they see your content, when they hear your content, that she or he is talking directly to me. Oh my God, they're in my head. You have to meet them. They're already having a conversation in their head every single day about what they want to do. So when they see you, your content needs to make sure that it's answering those questions that they have. So one of the things that we do in my coaching practice is we have a 15-page worksheet that I help my clients really figure out who their ideal client is. So 15 pages of like really understanding all the insights of who that person is. You need to know, you know, like how long they sleep. You need to know literally everything about that person. It's so important, y'all. I'm not kidding. And you know, the only way to know these things, like Latasha said, is you have to do research. You have to do market research. So key pillar number 3, you need to clarify your company's brand message. One of the things I always say is, you know, ultimately, you know, your message has got to say the thing that no one else is willing to say. It has to be so contrarian that it like almost like shock and awe, like, oh my God, I can't believe that person said that. Like, what? What do you mean? But you actually got their attention, right? So your ideal client and customer is the lifeblood of your business. They're on a journey. So you have to meet them on that journey. And you have to know every single step that they're going to take until they get to your solution. So you have to make sure that you are mapping that out for them and meeting them along the way and helping them get to ultimately to your solution that you have for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you, like I said before, you need to know them better than they know themselves. Key pillar number 3, and I could really elaborate on all these, y'all, but for time's sake, but I am going to give you guys a gift at the end, so you'll be able to go a little bit deeper with me. Key pillar number 3 is you need to clarify. I'm sorry, I said that. Key pillar number 4 is you need to have a signature offer, a signature product, or a signature service. Okay? So you have to have. This would be your flagship product. I know Brandy. You know, we know her each other personally. She has a product line, and she actually has hair care company. It's your signature products that you created, right? So having a signature something that people know you for, as we talked about before. Here's where you get to showcase your expertise, showcase your products, your services. It's what you're known for. It's the solution that you packaged, and your ideal client will really be, you know, they'll trust you more because you actually thought out. You took the time to actually put together a product or a service or a solution for their needs. So you need a signature solution to help them. Key pillar number 5, and also one point to that is when you finally decide to create a signature service or product or offer, that will actually become your biggest revenue generator. And I could elaborate a little bit more on that, but I'll give you an opportunity to maybe hear from me a little later how we can actually go a little deeper on that as well. But key pillar number 5, you need to implement, rinse, and repeatable systems and processes. Okay? I think we all know that consistency is the name of the game. And that's with anything. in anything in our life, we need to be consistent. So this is going to be something that you're going to have to get really good at, is starting to map out processes, procedures in your business. I don't care if it's just you. If you're a one-man band, even if you're a solo entrepreneur, whatever you do, you need to write it down step by step. This is what I do first, this is what I do second. Make sure that you're mapping those things out, because when you do decide to grow bigger and get a bigger team, guess what they can do? They can actually take your process and just go do it. And now you have just removed yourself from that particular job in your business, and now you are building a team, and you're really building a company, right? And I think most of you here probably want to learn how to build a company, not just be an entrepreneur forever by yourself doing everything. So with that, so that's key pillar number 5. Key pillar number 6, and this is the last one, and this is, to me, is probably one of the most important keys. And this key is you need to invest in support. You need to invest in support and accountability. Accountability. Most people don't want accountability. And I learned that for the past year and a half. I ran an accountability mastermind and mentorship. You know, a lot of people have great ideas and they have things they want to do, but sometimes it's like, you all know, we all get there. We all procrastinate. Nobody on the planet can say that I never procrastinate. We all procrastinate in some areas of our life, right? So you need support. You need someone to nudge you, to say, hey, didn't you say you were working on such and such? How's that coming, right? So if you don't have that, you're just on this island by yourself. And I always say, you know, entrepreneurs need to get off struggle island. When you're on an island, you're by yourself. You need to get in community with people so they can help you, right? So investing in support and accountability, it should be non-negotiable. It should be non-negotiable. So in conclusion, your business, you know, there are so many other pillars that we could talk about today, but I feel like these 6 right here, you really need to start taking some time to think about this. And in conclusion, on these 6 pillars, it'll provide you with sustainability and a solid foundation for your business, so you're not just chasing short-term sales. You're actually learning how to build a sustainable brand and business, not just chasing another sale, because you're only as good as the next sale that you get, right? So I want to thank you for your attention and for your time, and I'm excited to see how these pillars can possibly help you on your journey, and I would love to give you some free gifts. If you go to businessfoundationschecklist.com, you can, I go a little bit more deeper, some other things you can actually just check off on your list just to see if you're actually doing those things, right? And the other thing is, because you're here today, I would love to offer you a complimentary business assessment. So all you have to do is go to myfreebizassessment.com. That's myfreebizassessment.com, and I'll be happy to talk with you, meet with you for about a half an hour, see how I can help you, you know, up-level your content, up-level your business. So thank you for your time.
Are you enjoying the It's Time to Lead podcast, where leaders come together to grow and get better? As a matter of fact, what other podcasts do you like that you always listen to besides ours? You shouldn't be listening to anybody else's podcast besides ours, but what are your favorite podcasts that are out there? Well, let me ask this question. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast? Well, I put together an incredible offer for you to be able to create your own podcast. It's called Podcasting with Power Mini Course. This mini course, you'll be able to learn from A to Z, step by step, how to create your podcast, how to launch it, how to get it distributed, and how to monetize your own podcast for business owners, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants. So if you are serious about getting your voice out there and getting your voice heard, you definitely want to take advantage of our new offer, our Podcasting with Power mini course. So all you have to do is go to podcastingwithpower.com and you can sign up for our course, and then you can have your podcast up and running within the next 3 days. Now let's get back to, although most people don't want to face it, success is on the other side of failure.
That's right.
You have to get through the failure in order to be able to get to success. You ever heard it said, sometimes you win, sometimes you
Learn.
You learn. Ain't no losers in here. We either gonna win
Or we learn.
Or we gonna learn. Now y'all getting that positive winning attitude. Now I even heard it said that success loves speed. Success loves speed. Everybody say speed.
Speed.
So what does that mean? Since we're gonna fail anyway, Fail fast.
Right.
Fail quickly.
And get it over with.
Get it out of the way. Don't send one email, send 10 emails. Don't call 100 people, call 1,000 people. Why? Because you're going to be failing on the way. But every single time you fail with the person that says no, you're going to get to a yes. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. You know what the secret is? Resilience is the secret sauce to massive success. Now, I'm in Covington, right? Don't act like you don't know much about sauce. How many of y'all got that secret sauce at home right now? And you know that you ain't gonna tell nobody because if you told them, they ain't coming back to the right. They ain't coming back, right? But just as important that secret sauce is to your recipes, the secret sauce to success is the resilience, because the resilience will build you up and make you unstoppable. Somebody say, I'm unstoppable.
I'm unstoppable.
All right? It gives you the ability to hang in there. It gives you the ability to not just give up, to keep going and keep pushing. Embracing resilience allows you to take your failures and use them as stepping stones.
That's good.
Right? Each failure is a stepping stone, because many people see failure as a roadblock. Well, it's a roadblock. It's a roadblock. Well, it's not a roadblock. The only way failure is going to be a roadblock is if you allow it to block your road. Don't let someone go around it. Go above it. Break through it. Because I know my success is on the other side of that. Okay? Because if you don't learn from your failures, and you don't see your failures as a stepping stone, then what's going to happen is they're going to turn into tombstone in your business. No, we ain't doing tombstone. We alive in here. Are we alive in here?
Amen.
All right, so we ain't doing
we're
that.
alive.
We're going to use it as a stepping stone, absolutely. Let me share my quick story. My first time I got in business, I was with prepaid legal. Stop laughing at me, because I get a check every month, and I ain't done a business in 20 years. Right? But what happens? I can't stop them from paying me. Right? I ain't sending a check back either. Keep on paying me. Hey, keep on paying me. But the first time I got a business, they said, Fred, get in the business. My first business ever. Get in the business, talk to people, to go to the mall, blah, blah, blah. I got in the business. They said, if you do it for 6 months, we're going to send you on an all-expensive paid trip to the Bahamas. All you got to do is show up at the airport. So I worked it. 6 months, I qualified. I got my bags ready, I'm ready to go. Here comes May, you're supposed to leave in June, and in May I get a letter. They done changed the business model. They done changed the qualifications. You don't qualify.
Wow.
I was upset. You hear me? I was ready to quit. I was ready to give up. I done wrote Harlan Stone Cypher himself. I said, this business is a scam. I done did the work. But what happened was I had to recognize and face the reality of my own mentality.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about somebody giving me an all-expensive paid trip. So you know what I did? I flipped it. I developed a positive winning attitude. I got to work. I worked even harder. I built even more. And guess what? I made so much money, I sent my own self on the own. Right? Why? 'Cause I'm a winner. And you're a winner. Everybody say, I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
I won't quit.
I won't quit.
Y'all promise me, because somebody next year, what she has is when somebody not going to be here. Promise me you're not going to quit.
Yeah.
Promise me you're not going to quit.
Not going to quit.
All right, good, good. All right. So here's an action step. Whenever you deal with a setback or face a failure, or somebody, something happens, or somebody disappoints you, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, what went right? Number 2, what went wrong? And number 3, what did I learn? What went right? What went wrong? And what did I learn? And when you ask those questions to yourself, then what you do is ask one more question. What are you going to do about it? Look at the person next to you and say, what are you going to do about it? And then make a plan and then do it. Never lose sight of your dreams, y'all. Never. Everybody say never.
Never.
Because challenges are gifts that force us to find a whole new center of gravity.
That's good.
So don't let gravity pull you down. Stand up. Stand up in your business, stand up for your family, and stand up for yourself. I teach leadership. The leadership I don't teach is the leadership at an executive level. I teach people to lead themselves.
Come on.
Most of the time, we try to leave other people,
That's right.
and we can't even follow what we're going to do.
Come on. That's right.
The big difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes in limitations, where the sky is the limit. I heard that earlier, right? But a growth mindset believes in possibilities, where the sky is the beginning. See? So you should be starting to feel a shift right now in your thinking, and that's my goal.
And truth be told, 99% of our limiting beliefs are the beliefs in ourselves.
That's right.
We'll do more for others than we do for ourselves. I'm up here speaking without the mic, and I still suffer with imposter syndrome. So guess what I do? I just keep showing up.
Yeah.
Everybody say, keep showing up.
Keep showing up.
Even when you feel like that you're not good enough, I'm telling you, you are good enough.
Yeah.
Look to the person next to you and say, I'm good enough.
Good enough.
That's right. Come on. You are good enough, absolutely. So with the fixed mindset, see, things are set in stone, right? The handwriting's on the wall already. It's a fixed mindset. It can't be changed. And when you do that, have that fixed mindset, you make less money. But with a growth mindset, you see, it sees every challenge the chance to learn, explore, be more, do more, and have more, and that way you earn more money. Everybody say more money.
More money.
And also that movie too back in the 90s. It's my favorite movie right there, back in the 90s. So if you want to get better, you have to become better. You got to be better, right? And I said, Fred, ain't nothing wrong with me. I know ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with me. But even though ain't nothing wrong with me, I still can get better. And every time our child or our kids do something and they reach that highest level, guess what my dad used to say to me? You can do better.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I got a whole C. You get D, E's, and F's. By the way, don't try to change a B to don't try to change the F to a D. One time I tried to change the F to a D, and my dad came to me and said, one thing I learned in school is that lead shines. You know that thing to the light? And he was like, I don't remember no after that. Just throw a blank. You know what happened to me. I'm here though. Anyway, I'm here. So, how many of y'all know my Uncle Jeff? I'm gonna share with you a story about my Uncle Jeff. Y'all know Jeff? Uncle Jeff Bezos. You heard it? That's my uncle. Y'all know, yeah, now Christmas time, y'all know y'all had all the packages.
Right.
When they told him not to start Amazon back in the 90s when he was trying to sell books and people were already going to borders, when the internet first got started, he said, you can't go up against FedEx. You can't go up against UPS. You can't go up against DHL. You can't go up against the government. Guess what? He didn't listen to him. He didn't listen to him. And guess what? Because he didn't listen to him, y'all Christmases was real nice, wasn't it? Y'all want to work something right now? Y'all just say, I want it tonight, it'll be here tomorrow morning, right? Mm-hmm. Why? Yep. Because he had a growth mindset, a fixed mindset of telling people what I can't do. And he had a growth mindset, so on behalf of my uncle, you up. Right? And here's a quote that he says. He says that what we need to do when somebody talks to you and tells you about, that you can't do something, he said what you need to do is lean into the future.
Ooh, yes.
Lean into the future. And when the world is changing around you and fighting against you, don't fight against them. Don't fight against the wind. Because you have headwinds fighting against you, but don't fight against it. Just be like a sailboat. When the winds come, set your sail.
Yeah.
That's it.
And let that wind push you. And then y'all push it to a point where you figure it out, you find out how to do it, and don't complain because complaining is not a strategy.
Yeah.
Somebody say complaining is not a
Complaining
strategy.
is not a strategy.
Say it again.
Complaining is not a strategy.
Absolutely. So you got to get out of your head. You got to get over yourself and get it done. Somebody say get it done.
Get it done.
And that comes from Uncle Bezos because guess what? He was relentless. You got to be relentless. Everybody say relentless.
Relentless.
So I think he knows what he's talking about because he built one of the most influential companies. He's one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world. Mm-hmm. He ain't really my uncle. She was my example. Anyway. Yeah, so now you got to tell the other side of the story. All right, final action step. I want you to challenge your limiting beliefs. Challenge your limiting beliefs and embrace the power of yet. Y-E-T. Everybody say yet.
Yes.
And now watch what happens when you incorporate this, the power of the words, the word yet. Y-E-T. So next time, so instead of you saying, I can't do that, I want you to say, I can't do that yet.
Oh, that was good. I felt it.
I haven't bought that property.
Yes.
I don't have my dream car.
Yes.
I don't have my dream house.
Yes.
$1 million hasn't direct deposit in my account.
Yes.
Amen.
I haven't met my husband or wife.
Yes. Come on.
I haven't had my healing.
Yes.
But guess what? It's coming. It's coming. Amen? So remember this, your attitude, your positive winning attitude isn't just a small thing, it's everything. Everybody say everything.
Everything.
So by learning and executing on those 3 strategies I share with you, the power of positivity, embracing resilience, and also cultivating growth mindset, you will develop a positive winning attitude. Everybody say winning.
Winning.
That you need for success, and you will have not only the power not only to achieve success, but you'll achieve significance.
Yes.
You'll be fulfilled, right? And you will leave a legacy that no one in your personal life, in your career, your family, or your business will ever forget. My name is Fred Fitzgerald, and I'm her husband.
Wasn't that amazing? Wasn't that powerful? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I know that had to have helped you. How important is it to learn how to be able to set up the business foundations? My wife did an incredible job on that. I really learned so much. I was taking more notes than anybody, but she really just how she went in and how she just broke down exactly how to set up the foundations before you build your house or your business. And then I hope that you enjoy what I share about having that positive winning attitude, because it is so essential, not only for your business, but for your life. Okay, so I hope that added value to you. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning into the It's Time to Lead podcast, where leaders come together to grow and get better, than where we believe that before you can lead others, you got to first learn how to lead yourself. So on this podcast, we talk about self-leadership. We'll see you on the next episode.